Alright, my YouTube family, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as we roll into the weekend, my fellow agents, many of you out there have reached out to the channel asking me to put together a build around the Lexington Assault Rifle and the HeartBreaker gear set, so that is exactly what I'm bringing you today. Now, as always, we're going to jump right into the build breakdown, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out, and if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now, we are going to start off with the specialization. You can see I'm using Technician, and the main reason for that is because that allows me to equip the Link Laser Pointer, and when I'm using that, it is automatically going to pulse every single enemy I target. Now, that means I have to have the rifle equipped in my weapon skill tree, and the other two weapons are going to be your primary and your secondary. Now, my primary weapon for this build is the Lexington Assault Rifle, and this is quickly becoming one of my favorite weapons in the game. Now, it is at expertise level 14, and you can see I'm using the Talon Flatline, and that is going to amplify weapon damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. And remember, because we're using that linked laser pointer, every single enemy we target is going to automatically be pulsed. And if you do not have this weapon, you can use another assault rifle of your choosing, but remember, to equip the linked laser pointer, it has to be a long-barreled weapon, so make sure you take that into consideration when you're putting together your build. Now, my secondary is the ACS-12, and I have the Talon Flatline, but the entire point of using this weapon is to build those stacks for the HeartBreaker gear set as quickly as possible, and I will show you an example of that at the end of the build breakdown. Now, you can see, like I said, I'm using the ACS-12, but if you happen to have the rock and roll shotgun, you definitely want to use that instead, because that is going to help you build those stacks much faster. But as I promised at the beginning of the video, I didn't want to have any exclusive items in this build, so that's exactly why I'm using the ACS-12 in the footage. Now, moving on to the gear itself, you can see I'm using 4 HeartBreaker, 1 Overlord, and 1 Petrov. Starting with the mask, it's the first of 4 pieces of the HeartBreaker gear set. We're running all 4 so we get all of the gear set bonuses. 2 pieces 15% assault rifle and LMG damage, 3 pieces 15% weapon handling, and 4 pieces Heartstopper. Headshots apply pulse for 5 seconds, but again, with the linked laser pointer, every enemy is going to be pulsed. Weapon hits on pulsed enemies are going to add a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1.1% weapon damage. The max stack is 50, and what I'm trying to do on all of these pieces of gear is stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. Now, making our way to the body armor, it's the second piece of HeartBreaker, and we're using that so we have the Talent Max BPM, which is going to double the amount of max stacks, so we go from 50 to 100. And for those of you out there who do not need those extra stacks, put a piece of Fenris here and swap out, either your knee pads or your gloves for that 4th piece of HeartBreaker. Now, moving on to the holster, 3rd piece of HeartBreaker, again stacking that crit hit chance or crit hit damage, which now brings us to the knee pads, which are the Fox's Prayer. Still one of the best in the game because of that middle attribute, 8% damage to targets out of cover. Right above that, we have the Contractor's Gloves, middle attribute, 8% damage to armor. And last but not least, my fellow agents, we have the HeartBreaker backpack, and because we're using the bag, we have the Talent Cold, increases bonus armor gain per stack of Heartstopper from 1% to 2%. And as far as my skills are concerned, I'm using 2 of my favorite in the game. We have the Assault Drone because it's a great distraction to NPC and puts out damage as well. I'm also using the Crusader Shield because that allows me to get close to those NPCs, use a shotgun, build up those stacks. Hope this video helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together is the family that we have here at the channel, so if you happen to have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please let me know, as the main goal is to help out as many people as we can. One final thing I'd like to mention, and this is something I say in pretty much every build video I put out there, is that always remember, fellow agents, this is just a template. This is one of so many different ways you can run with a build like this. Like I said earlier, you can switch it up, different variations. I promise to bring you more of those very soon. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage. I want to thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. Pardon my voice, I'm still trying to get over like this crazy cold flu hybrid thing. No, it wasn't COVID. I'm totally fine. But anyway, the point is, thank you for being so patient with me. The dogs are barking in the background. Just got home from work. But again, wanted to bring you this video. Here's the gameplay footage, my fellow agents. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
True Sons seem to be in control of the holding area. The hyenas are knocking out security cameras. Pretty smart of them.
Reinforcements incoming.
Casualty!
Just lost the camera feed from the holding area. There was a bright flash and then static. Picked up on camera again. The holding area is just ahead. Once you find that laptop, grab it and get the hell out of there.
Looks like you got True Sons reinforcements headed your way.
North or south side?
Both. Heavier concentration to the south.
With all those gates sealed, the north exit should be closer.
Move!